So it's time to find out who is going to be our IAME Euro Series champion in Junior X30. Not only have we got a close battle between our two top drivers, Lewis Gilbert and Sam Balota, in the point standings, but if you look over there, that storm is coming quickly. We did say at the beginning of the day a 60% chance of rain was going to hit, and it is a big storm that is coming very, very quickly. Whether it hits during this race or not is not really known, but everybody has got to keep an eye on that weather in the hope that it's not going to affect them. So let's go and have a word with a few of the drivers. The mechanics are trying to clear off the grid very quickly. We need to talk very quickly to our top driver, Lewis Gilbert, in the points, fourth on the starting grid. This is not a bad place to be considering how close it is.
Yeah, it's quite close, but luckily Sam starting at the back, so all we need to do is stay clean and just keep going forward.
Now, obviously it's been a very close season all through the year, but there's that threat of that storm coming over. What if that happens during the course of the race?
Just need to wait and see how fast we are, so yeah, I hope we do well.
Okay, well hopefully that Saltire flag will be ready for you at the end of the day. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, there's another driver right at the sharp end of the field who'll be wanting to have a really strong run. Josh Rowledge in the Strawberry Racing Kart, looking forward to a good race from pole position. He's going to be a strong contender. What about the man alongside him on the grid, though? Alex Lloyd, who has won 3 times and had a second place over the course of the weekend. Alex, this is a tough one from the front row, but you've won here 3 times already this weekend. What can you do from the outside?
Just need to stay up the front and hopefully we can get the win at the end and good points for the championship.
The team have really been a strong motivating factor over the course of this weekend. They've always been in your corner, fighting in every single session. The setup's looking really, really good here. Is the rain any worry at all, or have you guys already got that sussed?
I think we've got it sorted. I mean, it shouldn't be that much of a problem, as I'm quite good in the wet.
Good luck, Alex. We hope to see you on the podium later.
Thank you.
Of course, there's a few other drivers at this sharp end that's worth keeping an eye on. This man, third position on the grid, Delano Van Toff, is definitely going to be a fighting factor. There's Luca Bosco, the Italian. He's a circuit specialist, of course, knows this place like the back of his hand. Eddie Galanis Bosch has been working his way forward. The Spaniard is going very, very well here. Josh Ratican, ever improving over the course of the weekend, marching his way further up the order. Great to see him in the top 10. And Mattia Ingolfo on his home circuit. Plenty of stars all the way through the field. The big names, though, are towards the tail end. We've got a few of the bigger names further back. Let's try and have a look. We've got Roman Hakala and Gilles Stadsparda, and then we have Ken Oscar Algra for the Ike's Racing team, alongside Zach Ripley, still doing a good job at the front end. Erbaldsmoor looking very good indeed in the FA kart. The 85 of Linus Janssen, the German, his teammate Helen Nardini, and he's going to be in there alongside Federico Albanese, the Italian. And then we start to get some of the bigger names who have really struggled over the course of the weekend. Remo Kadapik is going to be lined up alongside Enzo Juliet, the man who won at Marienborg, of course. These two men, side by side, Tom Leben and Ollie Pilker, will be wanting to charge their way forward through the field. Keep an eye on Alex Ivanov. He's been getting much stronger as the weekend has progressed, alongside the Swiss star Eron Reshepi. He'll be one, but even further back we've got a few big names trying to work their way forward, especially towards the very back of the field. We have the Spaniard Marty Boyer and the Belgian Sam Balota. For Sam Balota, this is his last chance to march his way forward. It's going to be a very, very tough race for him as he tries to make steady progress through this field. But one thing is for certain, we're going to have an incredible final race of the season in the Junior X30 Brigade of the IAME Euro Series. It's baking hot here still, 29 degrees Celsius, but that storm over the Laghi di Castelletto is coming, and it's coming fast. So is it going to affect the race? Are we going to have a wet-dry final in Junior X30? Hopefully not, but we do know how heavy that rain is going to be when it hits, and it's coming very quickly over the circuit. So we will see how things go. It's going to be a really exciting battle as the racing progresses in this final race of the season for the Junior X30 Brigade. So we'll see a really intense battle as the drivers contest the last few laps of the season. And here in the Junior X30 battle, it is going to be a very, very close one indeed. Off they go, setting off for their final formation laps of the season. The winner of this race will win an amazing accolade at the top step of the podium, but we could see a champion in the midst as well. Josh Rowledge and Alex Lloyd on that front row of the starting grid, with Delano Van Toff and Lewis Gilbert in the mix as well. Luca Bosco and Erik Alaris Bosch from Josh Radican and Mattia Ingolfo. Ronan Hakala and Gio Statsbader from Ken Oscar Algra and Zach Ripley. Erbert Moore and Linus Janssen from Helenin Nerodini and Federico Albanese. Remo Kadapik and Enzo Juliet from Tom Levin and Olli Pilka. Aaron Rashepi and Alex Ivanov from Oliver Gutta and Max Meyer. Josef Spinkovic and Brando Pozzi from Gaia Bernasconi and Alessio Fagone. Francesco Polito and Carlo Tamburini from Sam Balota, Marty Boyer and Alicia Barrett, with Victor Pardo electing not to start the final race of the season. So they weave their brakes and tyres. If there's going to be any funny business with the weather, it's going to strike at the most inopportune time possible, halfway through the X30 Juniors. Or it could even sprinkle just before the start of the Senior X30 final. But my timing screen has changed. No longer does it say that it is sunny and dry. It says that the track is dry, but there are clouds everywhere. And we have already started to feel the first spots of rain in between races. Not currently raining at the moment, but the way those headwinds are blowing in over the circuit from the Laghi di Castelletto, there is going to be a very heavy storm. When it hits, it's going to be biblical. But who's going to get the worst off from it? The juniors, the seniors, or both? Rowledge and Lloyd warming up the tyres and brakes from the front of the field. Van Toff and Gilbert, Bosco and Alanis Bosch, Radican and Ingolfo, Hakala and Statsbader, Algra, Ripley, Moore, Janssen, Nuradini, Albanese, Karapik and Juliet. And we're getting ourselves ready to go. The fans at home watching, nearly 200 of you on the RGMMC live stream, as everybody getting ready for what could be an absolutely intense battle. Really, really exciting stuff from the drivers. Here they come, out of the final turn. Rowledge, Lloyd, Van Hoff, Gilbert, Bosco, Alanis Bosch, and it's a cracking getaway out to the front end. A really good run from Lloyd round the outside. Can he get there past Rowledge? Van Hoff trying to move up the inside. Lloyd is going to get crowded out. Van Hoff into second place. Gilbert still there in fourth. So it's Rowledge, Van Hoff, Lloyd, Gilbert. Fifth position for the 87 of Luca Bosco as the field knits its way through the S's for the first time, through 4 and 5. No major dramas in the back of the field either. Everybody is through cleanly. So they come up to the hairpin for the first time. Josh Rowledge in the lead, Van Toff moving to cover as Lloyd is still right in there for third position. Fourth place, looking good, Lewis Gilbert. Fifth place for Bosco. Up the inside comes Lloyd on the inside of Van Toff, and he's there, beautifully done. Gilbert's now going to try and get the same move done on the Dutchman, and instead he's being a little bit cautious. Bosco's not close enough to make the move, and in sixth place there, that looks to me like Mattia Ingolfo, the Italian, has made a really strong start. So Rowledge out in front, he leads, Lloyd second, Van Toff third, here comes Gilbert, Van Toff moves across the cover, don't even think about it Sunshine, you're not getting through there, and that's enough for Bosco to come up the inside. Bosco is through, Ingolfo is through as well. Nice move from Luca Bosco, the Manetti Motorsport driver, up into fourth position on home soil. Great racing as they come through for the first time, and no retirements, so nobody in the funny business in the first lap as everybody is working their way through. 16 lap final, there's 50 to go, and Bosco's now in a third position. Great work from Bosco. He really is nailing every apex here on these first couple of laps. Van Toff is signalling to Ingolfo, come on, we can get him, as Gilbert is now down to sixth position in front of Erik Alanis Bosch and Josh Ratican, but Gilbert's still there in sixth position. Bosco's out wide, and that's enough for Van Toff and Ingolfo to come through, and I think Gilbert's going to get through on the inside as well. Yes, he does. So Gilbert through into fifth place, but Lloyd has got his sights firmly set on Josh Rowledge. Bosco now defending as Ratican goes up the inside of Alanis Bosch. He gets through. Nice work. Ken Oscar Algra is right in there as well on the outside of Alanis Bosch trying to come through. Really exciting battles and an amazing squabble up in the sharp end as they continue to knit their way through the S's. No problem at all. A few drivers in the tail end trying to make up some progress. Very difficult in these early stages, of course. Some of them, of course, are waiting to see if this storm breaks. There are a few wet weather specialists in this field. Lloyd has come through to the lead. Lloyd has come through to Josh Rowledge and is frantically signalling to his countrymen. Come on, let's get away. We need to push away from these guys. They're going to be on us like a ton of bricks if we don't work together and push away. We can battle for the victory in the last 2 laps to all you want, but let's build a gap. Let's get away. Lloyd and Rowledge, Van Toff, and now Gilbert into fourth place. He's made his way back on Ingolfo. So if it stands like this, Gilbert will be the points winner and Alex Lloyd would finish the season as runner-up. That would be an amazing fight back for Lloyd, who came into this weekend 5th in the standings, and that would feel almost as good as winning the title in Lloyd's books. What sort of progress are the title contenders making? Well, Marty Boyer's down to 5th in the points, but he's made his way up to 18th. Balota's made his way to 22nd, but it's still going to see Lloyd overtake him in the point standings if things remain as they are. So Alex Lloyd is looking good to bring the Dan Holland Racing Kart home 2nd in the points tally. He's just got to stay focused. Josh Rowledge is going to be 7th in the point standings, even with a win. So he's going to have a really strong battle here with Alex Lloyd. Here he comes into the first corner. Lloyd and Rowledge. Van Toff, Gilbert, Bosco, Radican, Ingolfo, Algra, Urberts Moore now into 9th position. Ahead of Alanis Bosch, Statsbader, Hakala, Ripley, Lanson, Karapik, Udier and Boyer. Fastest lap of the race, the Scotsman Lewis Gilbert, the Dalry Diamond, on course for the title. If he remains in 4th position, that will be enough. But this is not the language that Lewis Gilbert speaks. He wants to win. He will charge his way forward if he gets an opportunity. He's in clear space, he's got good positioning, and he is in control at the moment. Bosco ahead of Ratican as they duel for 5th position. Ratican looking for his way past Luca Bosco. But Bosco knows this place so well, it's like his back garden. He is going to have every advantage over Ratican in this stage of the race. Lloyd, Rowledge, Vantoff, Gilbert as the sun comes back. Bosco, Radican. 7th place is Ingolfo in front of Algra, Moore and Alanis Bosch. Radican right in behind the number 87 of Luca Bosco, the Manetti Motorsport star. 13 years of age. Just taking a quick look over his shoulder as he knows that the British representative in the FIA Academy is right underneath him as they battle away for the top 6. Alex Lloyd still leading from Josh Rowledge. Is this finally going to be the weekend when Alex Lloyd gets the bad luck monkey off his back? He's had a nightmare season in terms of things falling away from him at the last minute, but here at Castelletto, things look oh so sweet. He's in command, he's in control, he's got good pace and he's got good rhythm, and he's looking after the tyres well. Rowledge is 2, and he's going to be feisty. Gilbert on the back of Delano Van Toff. Van Toff is still looking to try and get 3rd in the point standings. If he can move past Rowledge, then that's job done. So a 2nd place would be perfect for Van Toff right now. His problem is that Balota is still making steady progress. Radican the fastest lap of the race now. And Rowledge is starting to lose the tiniest bit of ground to Alex Lloyd and allowing Van Toff and Gilbert to start closing in a little bit. That's bringing Bosco and Ratican back into the battle, and these 6 are going to be a long train making their way through. As they come into the hairpin, there's a great little tussle going on further back, but now Van Toff is assisting Rowledge. He wants to win. He wants 3rd in the points. He wants to beat Lloyd. If he can close up on him and overtake him in the point standings, that would be great for Delano Van Toff. He's there in 3rd position, the Dutchman, trying to get a move on Josh Rowledge, but Lewis Gilbert, the potential incumbent champion, is sat behind him in 4th place. He doesn't need to move forward. He doesn't need the podium. It's enough where he is to just keep it going. If it remains like this, Gilbert would be the title winner by 12 points. So Alex Lloyd looking for the victory and looking for runner-up in the standings. Oh, that's Delano Van Toff making the move, and Gilbert's gone through as well. So Van Toff is through in a 2nd, Gilbert's through into 3rd, and that's a nice move too, as Rowledge goes down to 6th, Bosco's through, Radican's through, and Rowledge is down to 6th position. This is not where Rowledge wanted to be, and he's going to have to fight his way further forward. So now it's Lloyd in 1st, Delano Van Toff in 2nd, and if they stay like this, I'm fairly sure Van Toff is going to move into 3rd in the points tally. I'll double check. Yes, he would. Delano Van Toff would go back into 3rd in the standings in front of Sam Balota. But Alex Lloyd is going to make the biggest leap of all. If he wins this race, he'll be the runner-up in 2018. But he'll still be 12 points back from... No, in fact, he won't. He'll be 13 points back from Lewis Gilbert, who has gained a point by moving up to 3rd. So things are looking great for the Scotsman. He just needs to sit behind Delano Van Toff. He doesn't even need to push. 8 laps down, 8 to go. The sun has come back at exactly the right moment. We didn't want the storm to break in the middle of this race. Well, maybe some of the cannon fodder pleasurists might have done. But this is a battle we want to see in the bone-dry conditions, played out with style. Lloyd, Van Toff, Gilbert, Bosco, Radican, Rowledge, Ingolfo, Moore. Lewis Gilbert just lining up Delano Van Toff. He doesn't have to do anything here, just needs to sit behind the Dutchman and let him do all the hard work. He can save his tyres, he can save his brakes, he can save his engine a little bit just by being sat right behind him. Meanwhile, Bosco has got some pressure from Ratican and Josh Rowledge. Sam Balota has set a new fastest lap of the race, having moved up to 16th place. It will not be enough to move him further up in the points tally. He needs to be towards the podium to deny Lloyd and Van Toff, and Balota would be sick to his stomach if that was the case. He deserves to be in the top three. He's been a great competitor all season, but it looks to me as though Balota may miss the podium if things remain as they are. The Belgian's got to keep fighting. He's got to keep the faith. 6 laps to go. Bosco in front of Ratican for 4th and 5th. Rowledge is still 6th, but he'll be frustrated with that. He doesn't want to be there. Delano Van Toff in 2nd. Is he going to get a fantastic finish to his season? Will he get 3rd in the point standings? Alex Lloyd is looking good for the win. If he remains there, then that's enough. And they're swapping positions, Gilbert and Van Toff, and that's enough for Bosco to get a look up the inside. Bosco through to 3rd, Ratican through to 4th. Gilbert's got to hang on for 5th. He has done so in front of Rowledge, and now Bosco is looking good for the podium in 3rd place. Ratican 4th, Gilbert 5th and Rowledge 6th. Gilbert looks like he's going to get some support from Rowledge. They're going to tag onto the back of Ratican and Bosco. Bosco signals to Ratican, come on, let's go get the leading 2. Lloyd and Van Toff are getting away. Look at the lead that Alex Lloyd has got with 5 to go. 1.1 seconds now in front of Van Toff. Surely Lloyd has got this one on a silver plate, but he's just got to keep it together. He's out in front, no pressure, driving because he loves it. Down the back straight, Bosco is 3rd, Ratican is 4th from Gilbert and Rowledge. Now with those lost points for Gilbert, he will still be champion, but this time by 11 points. That's not a headache at all for Lewis. He will not mind how many points he wins by. He just wants to win the title. On the back of Ratican. Still going well behind Bosco. Ratican up the inside of Bosco, and that's a sweet move for Ratican. Brilliantly done now. He is into 3rd position. So Gilbert is tight up behind Bosco. Rowledge will have seen that, and Rowledge will now get his opportunity to move up on the back. Bosco's going to get back on the inside of Ratican. Gilbert's got to stay out of trouble, but he doesn't want to go backwards down the field, being cautious either. Lloyd is leading. Van Toff is desperately trying to catch him, and this is the battle for 3rd place with 4 laps to go. Bosco, Ratican, Gilbert and Rowledge. Gilbert is on the cusp of winning the title with 11 points in hand. Rebecca watches on Alex Lloyd's battle as up the inside, Ratican goes for Bosco and Gilbert gets through as well. This is an amazing squabble for 3rd position. Ratican now takes it from Gilbert. Bosco's going to run wide and Rowledge through into 5th position. Ingolfo's going to try and come up alongside Bosco. He doesn't get the move. Ratican knuckles down, head down behind the steering wheel, charging after the 2nd place man Delano Van Toff. But with 3 to go, Alex Lloyd has 1.1 seconds on the Dutchman Delano Van Toff. He just needs to keep pushing. It's a fairy tale for the Dan Holland racing driver. For 3rd position, it's still anybody's guess. Ratican still 3rd from Lewis Gilbert. Rowledge in 5th. Bosco in 6th from Ingolfo, Urbelt Moore, Ronan Hackler, Ken Oscar Algra. Then it's Alanis Bosch, Ripley and Sam Balota, who's made up 18 places, as has Marty Boyer. They're in 14th behind him. They're charging back to the top 10 to see if they can bag some points from this race. But it's really starting to look tenuous for them both on the podium. They were 2nd and 3rd in the points coming into this round, but it looks like Lloyd and Van Toff are going to steal it from them. Here they come over the line, 2 to go. Lloyd is still 1.1 ahead of Van Toff. He's actually 1.2 ahead now. So Lloyd is working beautifully out front. Here comes the Bosco up the inside of Rowledge. Rowledge having got past Bosco. So now Bosco trying to get back into the 5th position mark. But Josh Ratican is 3rd in front of Gilbert. Gilbert will not mind too much if Ratican beats him to the podium, because he'll still lift the golden trophy at the end of the weekend if he stays where he is. This is going to be one heck of a finish to the season, but for Lewis Gilbert, there are starting to be some rather wet eyes around Scotland at the moment. I know that grandmother Katie is watching at home from Dalry, and this could be a victorious moment, and the celebrations could go on for weeks in the tiny little town of Dalry in Scotland. But 1 lap to go for Alex Lloyd. Victory is nearly his. Just one more lap and he'll be second in the IAME Euro Series for 2018. And that, after the misery and difficult work of this season, will be like a championship victory to Alex Lloyd and the Dan Holland Racing crew. Second is Van Toff, and that'll mean third in the points. He'll be happy with that. Radican third in the race. He'll be happy to take a series podium. Lewis Gilbert's just being defensive now. He's hanging on in front of Josh Rowledge. He doesn't worry about the podium. He doesn't need it. He's just hanging on in there. And Rowledge is trying to take advantage. Several drivers are trying to gain some good ground, but Alex Lloyd is nearly home and dry. He looks back. There's nobody around him. Alex Lloyd is going to get the job done out of the final turn. Alex Lloyd wins at Castelletto. He wins the final race of the season. Amazing from Alex Lloyd. Dominant display in Junior X30, and Lewis Gilbert in 5th position is the 2018 IAME Euro Series Junior X30 champion. But Alex Lloyd is the winner today and the runner-up in the series points, and he will be ecstatic with that. What a result to end the season. Alex Lloyd, the hero of the hour. Lewis Gilbert, the champion of the hour. Alex Lloyd wins from Delano Van Toff and Josh Radican, with Josh Rowledge finishing 4th in front of Lewis Gilbert, who is the champion by just 11 points. A brilliant result for Urbelts Moore, fighting his way to 6th from Luca Bosco and Mattia Ingolfa, Hakala, Alanis Bosch, Algra and Balota in a very disappointing 12th. Ripley from Canopik and Juliet, Boyer to 16th from Stadspada and Maya, Polito and Alicia Barrett. Then it's Janssen, Leben, Albanese, Nerudini, Rashepi, Pilka, Goethe, Pozzi, Tamburini, Bernasconi, Fagoni, Spinkovic and Ivanov. Everybody finished